Cowboys are more set at linebacker than you think. We might draft a linebacker, but we don't need one. Good people. It's your boy, Mr. Rome, Cowboys fan talk. Right back like I never left. What's up with y'all, man? How y'all feeling? Look, before I get into today's content, I just want to say thank you. We are almost at 200K away from 18K. I appreciate the love, the subscribes, the shares, all the new people here. CFT appreciate y'all. Thank you. Let's talk linebackers, man. Let's talk linebackers. And you want to know where this thought came from? I did a video last week, I think last Friday, talking about linebackers we may draft. You know, you got great linebackers in this draft from Drew Sanders because of his pass rush ability, his multipleness, he's like Micah Light, or some people say Micah White. But we're not gonna say that. We're just gonna say he's a very talented individual. Trenton Simpson, who's more twitchy, more or traditional linebacker, but excellent person that can add to the team. You got Jack Campbell, who is like, I feel like would be a version of Sean Lee. Not the fastest person in the world, but just great instincts, knows how to play linebacker. You even got Ivan Pace Jr., somebody that my boy Jay Tuck put me on to. Shout out to Jay Tuck. And it's linebackers in this draft that we can go after. But I was thinking, we don't need linebacker. It's like a plus. It's an add-on. Like, we would draft a receiver this year. We don't need a receiver, but we're going to add another one. Trading for Brandon Cooks made us available to not need a receiver. Do you want one? Yes. And do I want an additional linebacker? Yes. Am I out here desperate, begging for one, making videos about one that requested for a trade? No. Devin Harper requested for a trade, by the way, if you weren't aware. And a certain fan base got real excited. Everybody started making videos saying, we need to do this because their linebacker room is weak. But anyway, the Cowboys linebacker room is strong. First and foremost, there's an all-pro in our linebacking room. His name is Micah Parsons. Let's get out of the way. One of the best, if not the best defender in the NFL is a Dallas Cowboy. Don't forget it. Even though y'all try to act like he's not, he is a Dallas Cowboy. All-pro 2 years since he's been in the league, 13-plus sacks both years. He's an animal. An absolute animal. And he's a linebacker for the Cowboys. Now you'll say, but Micah Parsons plays edge. Micah Parsons plays both. He's that talented. And he's great at both. All pro talent at edge, all pro talent at linebacker. Do you remember his first year? Micah Parsons was everywhere. Multiple. Rushing up the middle from the edge. Blitzing. Just being dangerous. And he spoke after this season about being worn down a little bit, sticking to completely into the trenches. I think the Cowboys did themselves a disservice by taking away his randomness, his element of surprise, by making him mostly run edge. Now, if you put Micah chest on the edge, is he going to dominate? Sure. But I feel like you can take him out of the game easier. You can game plan against him. You can run away from him. You can play design away from him. It's easy to just know Micah's going to be on the edge. We just got to find a way to combat that. But when Micah was coming from everywhere, it was really hard to plan for. Even looking at the Bucs game this year, Micah blitzing up the middle, similar to shades of last year. He's just hard to maintain, not knowing where he's coming from. So when he's not always coming off the edge, he's playing linebacker, and he's playing it well. Linebacker at heart. Great rush instincts, great rush talent, but he's a linebacker. That means the Cowboys have an all-pro linebacker. Guess who's the second string linebacker on this team? Leighton Vander Esch. Previous Pro Bowl linebacker. Veteran Leighton Vander Esch. Somebody that has great instincts, and I know he's back for a one-year deal. He didn't get all the money he wanted on the market, but is Leighton Vander Esch solid? Absolutely. Absolutely. He would start on every team in the NFC East at linebacker. He would start. I have no doubt. He's that good. He's that good. Is he the best linebacker in the division? No, that's Micah Parsons. But is he solid, a veteran? And when When we lost Leighton Vander Esch last year and we lost our D tackle, did our run game defense suffer? Yes, it did. Meaning that he's valuable. We need Leighton Vander Esch. And that's cool to have him as your second string linebacker. Now, when Micah drops down on third down, Leighton slides over, another linebacker comes on the field named Damone Clark. Rookie Damone Clark, who was not supposed to even play last year, had spinal fusion surgery earlier last year in like February. Didn't think he was going to get on the field. Not only did he get on the field, he played well. 49 combined tackles, 29 solo tackles, 2 forced fumbles. And I'm supposed to believe that he's not going to get better. This is rotating. 49 combined tackles, or total tackles. 29 solo tackles, 2 forced fumbles, in rotational duty. He started a couple games, but rotational duty. For I think he played 7-8 games. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. 7-8 games, maybe 9 rotating. 49 tackles. That means if he played a full 17-game season, you're talking about 120 to 130 tackles. Easily. As a rookie, great linebacking instincts. Go back and look at Damone Clark. Look at his stats comparable to somebody that y'all like to give credit to. A gentleman named Nakobe Dean, who was a phenomenal college linebacker, but could not beat out TJ Edwards and Kaiser White. Couldn't get on the field unless they were blowing people out. I'm supposed to believe that he's supposed to step in and be dominant. But my rookie linebacker that rotated in, played when Leighton Vander Esch got hurt, had 49 tackles, 2 forced fumbles, 29 solo tackles. I'm supposed to believe that he's not going to elevate his game this year. You're lying to yourself. Go back and look at the linebacking stats comparable to both. The only reason I bring him up is because one is praised and one is overlooked. Damone Clark is about to break out this year. I probably should do a whole video dedicated to Damone Clark with a little bit of film. We'll talk more in depth about the stats. We'll let that happen as the draft passes. But let's not forget, that's our third linebacker. Then you still got the likes of Jabril Cox, whose coverage skills I still feel like are phenomenal. Has not gotten his chance fully yet. Don't know why. Maybe it's because he's undersized. I don't know. But he's still on our team. You got Devin Harper. I'm 5 linebackers deep. So when I say we don't need a linebacker, it's because we don't. Now on third down, you can say we need one there. Third down, Mike is rushing. Mike is blitzing. We need a linebacker there. That's when you can draft a Drew Sanders. That's when you can rotate into Ivan Pace Jr. That's when Jack Campbell might come in and play split snaps and maybe eventually replace LVE later. That's what he would be there for. Trenton Simpson will come in and be a more athletic, explosive version of Devin Harper. But like I said, make no mistake, the Cowboys are more set at linebacker than other teams in the division that are out here panhandling and begging for linebackers to please trade for them. Please. No, we don't need to do that. We don't need to beg. We set. We are set. Because on majority of the downs, I think about 60% to 65% of the downs this year, Micah Parsons is going to play linebacker. I'm 100% set on it. He said, I want to rush, but I want to be rush smartly. I want to be that chess piece again. I don't want to be worn down in the trenches. I don't want to be easily able to be found. I like that mentality. That means more opportunities for Dante Fowler Jr., Dorrance Armstrong, DeMarcus Lawrence, Sam Williams. See, we got edges, just in case anybody thought. Maybe Tack McKinley can come up and start rushing. I think the Cowboys are looking at edge more in this draft than linebacker. I think somebody like a Will McDonald is definitely circled on the Cowboys' to-do list. I think edge is more important than linebacker. Edge gives Micah more freedom than another linebacker does. That's just my thoughts. I think that's why as much as we wanted Bobby Wagner, I don't think the Cowboys are ever seriously considering it. Because they're like, you're going to be more of a rotational piece anyway. If we didn't get LVE, we probably would seriously consider Bobby Wagner. But we re-signed our own, and we straight. We straight. Now, you bring in a Drew Sanders, he can do both. That's why he would be phenomenal for the Cowboys. Drew Sanders could do both. He would be able to add to the pass rush and the linebacker room. You bring that in, now you got 2 chess pieces. That's phenomenal. But some of the other linebackers, you could probably get those later in the draft. Just my thoughts, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. How do you feel about the linebacker room? I feel like the linebacker room is more set than people want to give it credit for because I feel like Micah Parsons is not going to be a true edge this year. I feel like our edge, I feel like Sam Williams is going to pretty much start and D Law is going to start and everybody else is going to rotate in. You know, and I say on pass rushing downs because Sam Williams is so big, him and D Law are going to kick in. I think Micah's going to come in. I feel like Dante Fowler's going to come in. But we'll get to, as what Voch like to call, end game. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? The world will come to an end when that pass rush comes on the field. But it's your boy, Mr. Rome. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. I'll holla.